when you're building success in anything, the first thing you got to look at is what is your expectations for the launch or for the phase of success that you're in. So for example, when I decided I'm going to start putting out videos every day, put out one video every day and see what that would do, my expectation wasn't that I expect to get thousands of views for each video. My expectation was really just to get a rhythm of seeing what styles of content people like, and then also seeing out of the 7 days, what is my accumulation of views and reaches. So it wasn't really necessarily looking at the performance of each individual video, but more of putting out volume. How many views would the accumulation of videos do? Because some of them don't do that well and some of them do very well. So my expectation for a successful launch of the channel was really to see, first of all, what topics resonate, because I have like 3 or 4 theme topics that I talk about and I teach in my training courses and I teach in my books and things that I talk about when I'm coaching and helping people. So which of those resonates more with the audience? And then my expectation isn't to have videos go viral, not at this stage, because at this stage it's really just an experiment in trying to see what's working and seeing how I feel about doing videos every day. And then the second phase would be, because the other thing that I'm doing, and you have to factor in when you're doing your success and if you're in the launch stage, is what are the different factors that are going to affect what you're doing. So one of the things that I'm not doing is I'm not putting a hook at the beginning of a video. I'm not worrying about the title or the thumbnail. Those are the 3 key things that everybody in YouTube says you need to have in place to really be successful on YouTube. So I'm not doing any of those 3 key things: thumbnails, title, or hooks. And the reason why I'm not doing that is because I've tried that in the past and it hasn't worked for me. It hasn't shown me any different result than when I was doing that without putting all that type of effort into it. So because of that, I decided, okay, I'm only going to work on organic right now. So something that kind of is holding me back or working against me is me not working with what people say really work. But it's because I found that it hasn't really worked for me. So I'm not putting that into the mix. So I'm understanding that I'm probably not going to hit as big of an audience as maybe I would if I was trying to do all those things. But for me, the payoff wasn't worth it. It was a lot of effort and I wasn't really getting the results. But knowing that, I'm understanding my expectations for the performance of the channel is lower than maybe what I would have if I was putting in all these factors and listening to the gurus and trying to do all the little things that these gurus are saying you need to do to really blow up your channel. But the reason I'm not doing it, like I said, is because I found that it hasn't worked. But understanding where you're at in your phase of business and what your level of expectation is for that phase of business will really help you to build success. Because instead of being discouraged because you're not hitting these big numbers that other people are doing, when you're understanding that that's not what I'm even trying to do right now. What I'm trying to do is really help the algorithm get trained, or train the algorithm to go find an audience for me for the content that I'm putting out, and show the algorithm that I'm consistently putting out videos every day so that it can push those videos to new audiences and put it in the Explorer page and whatever the algorithm needs to do. And then also just get into the habit of putting out videos every day, which is like a personal challenge for me. And then also looking at what content resonates. So I'm experimenting with content, experimenting with what I'm doing to see what's resonating. And then maybe I'll pick 2 or 3 content themes that I'm going to push more. And then at that point, I might start adding hooks. I might start really working on my titles and my thumbnails. So it depends on what phase of business you're in and then what your expectations are. But if you keep your expectations to what you're doing right now, where you're at in your phase of business, and then understanding what is the next steps. What are the next steps I'm going to need to do, the new skills that I'm going to have to be able to hit the next phase. But don't jump ahead to the next phase while you're still building the first phase, because a lot of people do that. They'll jump ahead 3 phases and try to be doing things that they haven't even built an audience for yet, and then wonder why it's not working. And then they feel unsuccessful. And it's really just because you're jumping too far ahead. You have to go one phase at a time and understand what is required for that phase of the business that you're in. So that's what I wanted to share with you, just to kind of help you understand how business works, how success works, and how to gauge your success and make sure that you're measuring your success in the right way. This is really important that you measure it in the right way so you don't feel discouraged. So that's what I wanted to share with you in this one. I'll put some links in the description for the programs and for my books and all the things that you can do to be able to connect with me and learn more things from me. And also make sure that you subscribe to this channel and you watch other videos, because I'm putting out videos every day to really help you learn how to use the mindset for success to achieve your personal impossibles and to achieve your goals and dreams. So that's it for this one. And until next time, you heard?